brothers and my sisters, I come appealing to you about the voting that you and I will take part in. You're voting for your life. Voting. So this is a battle on all fronts. We are fighting this battle on all fronts. We're fighting political war right now. And we don't have any investment in either side, Democrat or Republican, or even among the white independent. As a matter of fact, black people are fools to become Democratic or Republican. We're fools to take part in any of these political machines that have only promoted death of our children, death of our husbands, our wives, men and women, deaths of our family members. Doesn't matter who's in office. Even when Obama was in office, we were being killed by and large. Millions being killed. Millions of us have died. Billions have died since we come to this plantation called America. This concentration camp called America. Who is racist against the very people they took as slaves. Lying to get them over here to this new world so that they can mistreat, kill, abuse, and steal from us. My brothers and my sisters, what does that tell you? The white man is not your friend. He's not your friend. So you're a fool if you become Democratic. You're a fool if you become Republican. I like to call them the RepubliCons and the DixieCrats. That's what they really are. You got good old Dixie, where the white man loves to kill you in the South. And you got the good old RepubliCons, where he like to kill you in the North. Either way, you're being killed. Your people are being killed. Children being killed. And this must not be okay with us, brothers and sisters. The white man seems to step up the tempo to hope that you will get used to him killing, that it will desensitize you when your brother and sister are killed in the streets. This is madness, brothers and sisters. What other race of people have you ever seen across the planet like this devil? God has called you and I to finish the work of our ancestors and kill the white man, kill the beast that is causing us so much trouble. The time has come now. We've been nonviolent. We have been nonviolent, and he's killed us. He sought peace, and he's continued to kill us. Then if he's killing us anyway, what do we have to lose? My brothers and my sisters, what do we have to lose if we're dying anyway? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. You have nothing to lose in saving your life. You only have something to gain. You only have something to gain. You're gaining your life if you fight to keep it. If you don't fight to keep it, then you'll lose your life. But you're gaining your life if you fight to keep it. What will it be, brothers and sisters? Whose side would you be on? White man, I say again, is not your friend. The Democrats have been in office for over 70 years. You elected the first black, or rather the first white Democrat president to be in office. The very first. As a matter of fact, you did invite or vote in the first black Democratic president and the first white Democratic president who happened to be Irish Catholic in office. So he was white, Irish, and Catholic. Normally, the process is white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant for a president to be in office. But you, as the black race, did amazing things twice in history. We'll talk about these two. 1959, in the presidential campaign of Richard Nixon and President John F. Kennedy, late President John F. Kennedy, and you jumped over in 2008, and you elected the first black Democrat and African president into the White House, President Barack Hussein Obama. Let's talk about that. Let's deal with these. So in 1959, you decided that you wanted a white president. You decided 4 years earlier, in 1955, that you wanted to be integrated with this devil. Let's talk about it. We must deal with this, brothers and sisters. So during this campaign, Harry Belafonte, who was running the Civil Rights Association under Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and also a major campaign fundraiser for the Southern Christian Leadership Council, was sent to investigate the Democratic Party, who said that if they got in office, if they could get John F. Kennedy in office, that we would have equality and freedom overnight. And you know how trusting we are. And I want you to understand that Martin Luther King, when this promise was made, was only about 23 to 25 years old. When he first get the promise that John F. Kennedy might run and what his ideals are, he's actually about 23. But at 25 years of age, he's well into the movement. And Harry Belafonte, who awesome freedom fighter, awesome brother, but was married to a white woman, was pushing this integration thing. Don't get angry at me, brothers and sisters. Just listen for a moment. Don't get angry with me. So, our brother, Harry Belafonte, is sent to investigate this guy, John F. Kennedy, and to find out what's going on. At the same time, John F. Kennedy sent individuals to investigate Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who was a very powerful Christian minister, who the white man put a lot of wind behind, put wind beneath his wings, for him to sell this idea of civil rights, because that's what he was doing. He was selling the idea of white nationalism. Now, I'm saying this for a reason, because you got a black preacher who's trusting in a white government, who's pushing for civil rights under the Constitution of the United States. This is white nationalism. You have to understand that. The black preacher in the present Christian church, unless they're preaching black liberation theology, are preaching white nationalism. If they're not preaching black liberation theology, then they're preaching white nationalism. That means they agree with everything that's going on. But you and I both know that the Constitution is not good for us. Not good for us, brothers and sisters. When it was created, it was dogmatic. It was created, it was a domination document. That's why the treaty they gave the Native American isn't worth the paper it was written on. And I love my brother Russell Means, but I disagree with him on one thing. For those that don't know who Russell Means was, or the late Russell Means, was the Oglala Lakota Indian in South Dakota who fought in Wounded Knee, who fought to keep rights for the Native American. And you should look this brother up, Russell Means. It's our brother, our red brother. The first part of the Atlantic slave trade affected the red man. So, simultaneously affecting us as well. He has the same enemy that we do, but we don't trust him. We'll die. Now the black man is ready to die. If all of us die together, he's ready to die. Finally, brothers and sisters. If he can't get justice, he's ready to die. Trying to get justice and to separate from this racist beast. And the Indian, the Native American, the red man has to be ready the same way and stop trusting this man's constitution, stop trusting his treaties, stop trusting his documents, stop trusting his antidotes and his missions. White man doesn't believe in God. Soon you'll find that out. that he believes in the institutions of white supremacy. His Jesus is white. His ideology is white. His sponsors are white. This is what he believes in. The brown man, the same thing. He's got to learn. He's got to learn the truth that the white man is not your friend. First thing that the white man will do is he'll kill a brown man and then tell the brown man that the black man killed him. And the brown man won't even research it. Our brown brothers won't even research it. They'll believe what the white man said. Not all will believe it, but many will. And they'll keep this stuff going on between one another. Shooting and killing one another, doing the white man's job. When both of us should have barrels and muzzles focused on that devil. We should be shooting the white man together, along with the red man. We're busy fighting one another. Why am I saying this? It's because the red, the brown, and the black man that you had two presidents put in office by and large. The first one was President John F. Kennedy in the Kennedy and Nixon campaign for the presidential office. John F. Kennedy got in there and it's possible that he meant to do good. They always give everyone the benefit of the doubt. But he had the moves of a fox. He was moving like a fox. See, so John F. Kennedy was the fox and Richard Nixon was the wolf. So you had the movements of the wolf and the fox who couldn't even get along. But they're both from, even though they're both from the Canine family, they can't get along. And it is no secret that Lyndon Baines Johnson hated John F. Kennedy. Absolutely hated him. Proof of which, when John F. Kennedy is killed, it happens in Texas. That may have went over your head. So I'll stay away from that for all of those who are not smart enough to understand what's going on. The white man loves power more than anything. He will use you and me to get it. And he used us. Because since John F. Kennedy has been in office, who had good intentions to do the right thing and possibly was killed for it, possibly, and the president took over, Lyndon Baines Johnson, who was the vice president under John F. Kennedy's administration. He came, still didn't get any freedom, still being killed, still being lynched, still being hung. You didn't get any freedom. As a matter of fact, when they took over, it was worse against you than it was when you had a Republican president. So, we've had Democrat presidents in office that hadn't done anything for us. Didn't get much under Carter. Didn't get much under Clinton. As a matter of fact, it got worse. So, we come to our brother Barack Hussein Obama. After Bush Jr. is in office, we come to Obama. This brother promises us reparations, and we had promises and stenches in the air that we were going to be able to separate and have our time. And we stood behind him because the brother looked like us. Brother moved like us, walked like us, caught rhythm like us. And this was the biggest trick that has ever been pulled on black people since the existence of slavery in America. This is a fact. Bear with me, brothers and sisters, because I know a lot of y'all getting angry right now. Barack Hussein Obama was least like a black man than any other president that has been in office. And you know they had nothing to do with the black man. Y'all tell yourself this lie that Clinton was the first black president. That's a lie. Because he was one of the most racist presidents that ever came through. And did you and I great injustice. Great injustice. As a matter of fact, they fine-tuned the police killing and the incarceration of black folks under the Clinton administration. And his old wife, Hillary, the white lesbian, helped him do it. She helped him do it. Who is the most hateful woman and the most wicked woman as black people are, as far as black people are concerned in America. This is a fact. This is a fact. One of the most racist women that ever came through a public office, including through the Obama administration. And she held two offices. She held the office of the wife of the president and then held Secretary of State. But did us more harm than anyone has ever done us in history. This wicked, racist woman called Hillary Clinton, who served on the Obama campaign. Barack Obama, we're not going to get into his life. You'll have to do the research on him, but I will tell you this. He was raised by whites. So even his idea of racism toward black people is going to be distorted. His mother was white. His father was black, as far as we are told. So he had no identity with culture. None. Until it became clear that he was going to become the president of the United States, or have a great chance of winning the office. He's raised in Indonesia by a crime boss and one of the most wealthy men in the world. Barack Obama is one of the most wealthy men in the world. And they had you believing that he came from humble, middle-class means. Brothers and sisters, it's time for you to start researching this stuff for yourself. Now, why would you want to become a member of a Democratic Party who is set on destroying the black race, killing us, incarcerating us, and now annihilating us on a mass scale globally? Barack Obama stood for that. He was invested, he is invested in that kind of life. It's time for you to wake up. And I try to tell you the truth, but you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with this because it is the truth. White folks are topical with you, cosmetic, and you accept it. Well, you had a black president. They'll tell you in a minute. Well, you had a black president. No such thing. There's no such thing. He was the president of the United States. He was elected, we say, but he was selected. Once they knew that he would invest in them, he was selected. And everybody got reparations, and everybody got their contracts, treaties, which not worth the paper that they're written on, but everybody got it, including some Native American tribes. Others wouldn't take it because they knew it was a trick. Russell Means wouldn't take it. The Lakota Indian wouldn't take it because they knew it was a trick. And they know that Obama was nothing but a house Negro. That's all he was. I hesitate to say what it really was. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what he really was. One of the biggest tricks that's ever been played on us was Barack Hussein Obama. So brothers and sisters, my desire and my prayer as I close, my little son is woken up. My desire and my prayer is that you will hear this. Become a member of your own party. Become a member of your own party. The Black Coffee Party, which was made for you. Join it. Run your own candidates in the Black Coffee Party. Run your own candidates. Organize yourselves politically to become a political power. And brothers and sisters, if you do that, then we will be formidable as a people, as a political power, and as an independent black power. We will be formidable. Stop running to be Democratic or Republican. These people don't like you. The racist, one racist organization, and another racist organization. You running back and forth between one racist organization and another racist organization. Organize your own. Organize your own. Serve your own. Be your own. Do your own, and do for self. Join the Black Coffee Party. We are looking forward to shutting down the Republican polls and shutting down the Democrat polls. Shutting them down. Maybe Allah will answer us greatly and you'll find the buildings on fire. If you understand my prayer. If you're not going to do right for us, then you shouldn't have a building to vote in. It's that plain. So my brothers and my sisters, I haven't meant to plant any ideas in your head that you weren't thinking anyway. And my desire, my prayer is that you will stand strong, defend yourself, and give this man the hell. Every time he increases in hell, give him more hell. So he'll know that we're not willing to take this. We're not going to take it. If we're dying anyway, then we'll die standing on our feet, fighting you to keep our life. But we won't be the only ones dying. You're coming with us if we have to go. That's a fact. If we've done all that we can to keep peace, then our lives and everything that we own belongs to Allah. And we will fight to keep it. We will fight with our life to keep it. I leave you as I greeted you in peace. And I say unto you, be well, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum. And I know that you're greeting me in peace as well when you say, wa alaikum salam.